Earlier this month, 3 executions were set to take place at the Terre Haute Federal Penitentiary, with 2 more to follow in January. But now the fate of those men is on hold, while their future is being debated in the court system. As we wait to see what happens, we decided to take a look at what it's like on death row. In tonight's special report, Dana Wickelpike joins me now. Dana, you know, I've driven by there. Right. Lots of people drive by there. We don't really know, we don't really think about what goes on in there oftentimes, right?
You bet. It seems like, Mike, I have been told that it runs kind of like a small city. People just go about their business, doing what they need to do, except for death row. That is much different. I sat down with a former death row prison guard, spoke to a nun who was a spiritual advisor to a death row inmate, and learned what it's like to prosecute a state death penalty case from a man who knows. Tonight, we go behind the razor wire. The U.S. Penitentiary has been part of Terre Haute's landscape since 1940. It's much larger than it was 80 years ago and is now the only federal prison where executions take place.
I worked in death row for a couple years.
Kevin Beaver, employed at the prison from 1995 to 2015, he says death row is a very choreographed area.
Anytime they come out, they're completely restrained, and there's multiple people supervising that activity.
Death row is officially called the confinement unit. Each inmate has their own cell. It contains a bed, a desk, a shower, a toilet. The area is said to be library quiet.
It's a very calm, quiet place. It's like a lot of thought is going in every day, what people are doing, how we interact with one another. Inmates don't ask for a whole lot, just conversation from time to time.
Sister Rita Claire Gerardo had a lot of conversations with a death row inmate. For 15 years, this nun with the Sisters of Providence was a spiritual advisor to David Paul Hammer.
And you get to know a person as a human being who has likes and dislikes and good points and bad points, just the way all of us do.
Hammer was a self-confessed conman and killer. He was convicted of murdering his cellmate and for that received the death penalty. His sentence was commuted to life without parole just days before his execution was set to take place, a sentence Gerardo would like for all death row inmates.
I don't think we should ever judge people by the worst thing they've ever done in their life. And if you stop and think, is there something in your own background that you wouldn't want other people to know? So you have to be ready to forgive.
Hammer passed away of natural causes in June. While the federal death penalty was reinstated in 1988, the state of Indiana reinstated its death penalty in 1977. Among those sentenced to die, Terre Haute resident Bill Benefill.
I just figured if there ever was a death penalty case that I was going to be involved in, this had to be the one.
Phil Adler spent 10 years as the Vigo County prosecutor and then another 18 as judge. While prosecutor, he tried the last state death penalty case in this area. Benefill abducted 2 women in 1987, the first a 17-year-old.
Kept her in captivity for 4 months and beat her and raped her and fed her very little food.
The other, Dolores Wells.
He took super glue and put it in Dolores's nose and then pinched her nose shut and then wrapped her face with duct tape, then took her out into a remote area of the county and buried her. Whether she was alive or not that time, we don't know, but she suffocated to death.
Benefill put to death in 2005, according to the state of Indiana. When Benefill was asked if he had any final words, he said, "No, let's get this over with. Let's do it." Adler does not regret his decision to pursue the death penalty.
It took 16.5 years. From the day he was convicted to the day he was executed. So there were all kinds of courts that looked at this case time and time and time again, which they should, and they all agreed. They agreed with the jury, they agreed with Judge Eldred, they agreed with my decision to file it.
Now, obviously, these interviews much longer than what you've seen here. On our website, you can learn more about that horrific case against Terre Haute resident Bill Benefill. You can also find out why the former prison guard now teaches at ISU and hopes to inspire students to consider a career at a correctional facility, and how at the age of 93, Sister Rita Claire decided to continue to fight against the death penalty. For all of that, make sure you go to mywabashvalley.com. And Mike, we should mention that people should have just received an alert on their WTWO phone apps, links to these stories. Also, we should mention that according to death penalty information, Center. 62 people remain on federal death row, 9 people on death row in Indiana. Now in the state of Illinois, they have abolished the death penalty. You can find a link to all of that information on our website as well as a lot of other interesting stuff.
And as this debate over what happens to those guys on death row, mywabashvalley.com is a great place to go, great source of information.
You bet. We have tons of different stories that we have done and some new things you've not seen on air, so you want to check that out.
I like that. All right, thank you, Dana, so much.